Shouldn't have woke up that early. I probably still could have gotten out in time. I should check back on my dorm later. My name tagged off. Why am I dying? I'll admit, seeing the sunrise is very nice. I don't get to do that very often. I sleep in too late. I'll go early. It's not like I can be there for breakfast anyway. Go to the grove to get yarrow, fresh water, maybe find some soapwood. Why are there bees? Bees can't use teleporters. I'm teleporting to the main building. That's fine fiction. You'd think since I've circled the library so many times I'd remember where it is. I'm half positive it's up here. Potions. Oh, it's the wolf-looking one. Since they've reorganized the shelves, it's been harder to find things. I'll just set this on the table. Or in a corner or something. I honestly don't want to read right now, but quite frankly, I don't want to have to deal with bees. Wasps, whatever they were. I'm probably gonna bump into Byron now. If you leave the bees alone, they wouldn't have bothered you. Dumb.
back to you, but I did a scrying ritual, find out who stole the book. Good morning.
Yeah, sorry,
yes,
I heard about that. It's something I'm going to have to pick your brain over, but we'll leave that for another time.
Sarvyra. Hey. I want to meet with Bellicosa later about different things, including potential new students. But
Alright.
also, if you could join me. But I don't think you would even forgive me if I asked for the other day. But either way, even if you didn't forgive me, I'm sure you wouldn't trust me anyway. But I suppose I don't have a choice. Hold on to this. It's a little pill.
Why? What is it?
Well, I was really happy when you were part of Lumen at the beginning, especially since you're a healer, and I haven't told any of the teachers, but I have a weakness, and that's the emergency pill. Just my family has a weak heart running in it, so if I get surprised by somebody trying to deal with me overhearing your situation, I might not necessarily die from being stabbed. But if you can find me in time, that might help. Well, now you can kill me in more than one way. I forgot the important part. The important part is to use the pill. Mix it with an antitoxin potion, because one of the reasons why I didn't tell the professors about the pill is because the pill is poison. But it kind of like, I don't know how they described it, but it's something like shocking your heart into working again. So you gotta mix it with a antitoxin so that the poison itself doesn't kill you. That's kind of like the catalyst to it, or I don't know how they say it.
So then, how would I know if to find you?
I don't know. Same as if somebody else had got me. I'm sure they'll find me writhing or something on the ground. Who knows? I don't want to think about it.
Right.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Thank you.
I just spotted Bellicosa. Do you want to meet with her now or later?
That's up to you. I don't care.
Oof. Watch out! There's a
Yeah, they won't bother you if you don't bother
set of
them.
bees going around. I think Bellicosa went to the... over there, I think?
Morning. Morning.
Professor,
Morning.
if you have time,
I do.
I guess we can just head this way then. I mean, if you prefer your office or somewhere else, it doesn't matter to me. But...
We can go to my office.
Okay.
After you. So, what is it you wish to talk about?
Well, I guess the easiest to get started with is, for Lumen in general, we really like David. So if at all possible, we're gonna try to recruit him as soon as possible because his offensive ability that we've worked with when we went on the hunt, and also his technical ability with both prosthetics or other
Aethertech.
inventions. Aethertech. Yeah, sorry, that's the word. It would be really beneficial to the team, especially since Sarvyra, Ivian, and Grim, along with myself, all have a real interest in those sort of topics. I think we'd grow really well together, in addition to how well we worked together when we were on the hunt with David. We were able to work
Right.
together very well. But if that's not at all possible, then I guess the runner-up would be Jack. The shorter shields spear user. He's got a really good head
I'm
on
aware
his
of
shoulder.
him. If David is the one your team has discussed and liked the most, and as you as a captain, it's more than up to you. I don't see any problems with it myself, but it has to be a decision made by you and your team.
Yes. And I guess the more important thing, I don't trust easily. I've told the headmaster these things while she was here, but I think I need to tell you. But preface it
Right?
with, please protect the rest of Lumen. I don't think I can do it anymore.
Right, I think I understand.
When
I'm going to look after, to my best ability, every single student in this school. That includes Lumen.
I'm not including me. When I first,
Right.
I guess to explain, when I first got here, and I told the headmaster this, but I didn't trust anybody. Not you, not Neller, not anybody. So I moved the potions. I wanted to see what the reaction was.
Right.
And after
Okay.
that, it was just like a one-off thing, just to see, hey, who would see something, who would look up, who would catch me. Nobody did. But you and Professor Neller took the most proactive action, and that's why I look up to you as professors. And
Well,
I guess why I'm saying this is, later when I was exploring, I made it into the basement, and I found something, but people were very angry about other people moving things as well, so I wanted to keep it on the down low, but I knew it could be helpful. So I put it somewhere somebody would find it. And it made its way to Professor Neller.
That it did indeed.
So book,
This whole
journal, whatever you want to call it, I don't think it was taken seriously enough. I blame myself even now for not pushing it sooner, but Ivy, and let alone my entire team, nearly died that day. Just because of a rat appearing when nobody expected it yet. In the auditorium.
That's not your fault.
Well, first
So
of all,
I
I appreciate you coming to tell me all of this.
The headmaster knows, but as she's not around, I don't think my team... I don't think I've earned the rest of my team's trust lately. So, after that, I tried to be more proactive. I tried to look out for more people than just poking around. And I learned of Eleanor's issues before the seance occurred. So I hinted to Sarvyra to be ready. I didn't tell her why. Because while the doctor was around and stuff, I didn't spot any magical healer who might have been at the ready. And so I thought I'd done good enough. Maybe I had prepared for something in advance, even if it wasn't needed. But then I knew Tenebris wasn't ready yet. I should pulled him along with me, and more people died on the hunt because of my inaction, and now I just learned recently that I don't trust the stealth professor, Bellicosa. I don't trust him at all. He may be a professor, but I'm not even sure if he's really doing what's good for the rest of the students, and let alone even if he is, his means to include Christopher from Stella and others, if I don't know, to keep track of people is just, even Christopher at least is going off on his own accord outside of the bounds and threatening students in my dorm, and I think others, and I don't know anymore. I can't deal with it. I can't. It's. I nearly practically tried to claw information out of Sarvyra. If I hadn't stumbled across Sorlier, who I knew was friends, I don't know what I would have done.
All right, that's a lot to digest. It seems a lot has happened since I've been gone, and a lot for me to pick up. There are a lot of pieces scattered everywhere that I'm trying to put together. About the book, I'm trying my best to learn about it. I'm aware that a scrying ritual happened while I was away, and I myself am good at those, so I'm going to try my best to help the situation. As far as Eleanor and Tenebris are concerned, that seems to be well monitored by the doctor and now myself. Yes, it was extremely unfortunate about the worm situation and the rat situation.
I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over. I think Christopher probably has more under his fingers, more than the professor knows, using methods the professor isn't aware of.
He's gonna kill me.
Well, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'll have to monitor it.
I don't... The only thing I was really able to do, to not do it myself, is to tell Sorlier that she needs to expose Christopher within the next couple days. And I mentioned your name as somebody she might be able to trust. And if she doesn't come to you, or doesn't out him
I don't know if this makes me safe. I don't know
publicly,
if it makes Lumen safe.
I fear that Christopher may have control of the entire Stella dorm by threats or other means. I don't know. So if I may end
Well-
up dead if
I won't
Christopher
let that
knows
happen.
about this.
This
So
is a serious
I may
concern brought to
be
my
bait.
attention.
I may be bait, but at least I can fulfill my blood oath with the dead.
I'm not sure about that, but
So I
if
don't
there is a
care
student
if it,
going around threatening my students and making them be this worried,
as long as you
that's
just
bad.
tell me,
I'll
tell me
tell
you
you.
can protect the rest of my team. I don't care about myself at this point. Ivian can
protect your
take care of
team.
my work.
And I'll try and protect you as well.
They
I think
don't deserve their
Christopher may be
trust
just
anymore.
someone who's walking around who's got too big of boots. I'm sure it's nothing actually to be concerned about, but I will take this with dedication. I'll watch what he's doing, I'll talk to the other professors about it, and I'll make sure he's not doing anything that will bring harm to the other students.
Sarvyra, after the next couple days, I'll act as head, but you should seriously consider making Ivan the Lumen head. I'm not sure if I can deal with it anymore.
Thank you. Sarvyra? Watch your team for me. You're the only one on Team Lumen that I believe I can trust. And I'd seriously consider taking the role as captain for yourself.
Alright,
I'm going to dismiss you now.
thank you. Captain. What's Byron known about? He told Bellicosa. What's gonna happen today? He gave me a pill. Said to look out if something bad happened. Do I trust him enough? Do I even trust him? Should I trust him? He's putting his life into my hands. Ivy and Captain, but he got in trouble. He got us all in trouble. Curiosity killed the cat. All because he was curious he went down there. At least I'm assuming he did. It's the only place they said we couldn't go. At least that morning. Whatever. Something I can think about the rest of the rest of today. I don't think I'll need these, but you never know. At least one. Crush it up later. What do I even do now? I should go check on my dorm. I'll do it after 9 minutes, it's fine. I'll just go to the library, I guess. Team captain, huh? I'm not a leader. I'm worried about my team. I never checked board. I bet I could go up there and get a better look at the mountains. What am I supposed to do right now? I've got so much to think about, I can't even relax.
Good morning. Thank you, Dal. Alright, okay.
Good morning again, Sarvyra.
Good morning.
Is everything all right?
Yeah. It's fine.
All right, if you insist. But don't hesitate to talk to me if you need to, okay?
I will keep that into consideration.
I know, it's probably not very easy to trust us at the moment. I hope I can fix that in the future.
I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Well, I must be off for now. I hope you have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you. Apologies.
Abraham, if it's okay, do you mind if I actually have a word with you?
Oh, sure. We'll just head to my office unless you want to talk here.
Yeah, office please.
All right. Yep. After you.
Team captain. No matter how much distrust I have in Byron right now, that boy better not die. I don't like holding grudges.
Hello, Sarvyra.
Morning, Jackson.
Have you seen any staff yet today?
I have seen Miss Bellicosa and the counselor.
Oh, good. At least they're alive.
What do you say?
Notice there's no announcements for chores today. It took them a while to get in there.
Oh,
Honestly, I probably would have noticed faster, but I'm feeling a little bit under the weather now.
have you seen the doctor?
What everyone keeps telling me to fucking do. I think it's just a cold, maybe. But I haven't coughed yet, so I'm not sure. Is it always, like, oddly slow after a couple days?
Yeah,
It's weird.
it is a little weird. Normally we'd be having classes, but since we're having more professors and students show up, I guess that's just gonna have to wait until they arrive.
Oh, that explains a lot of chores.
Been having some relationship issues, I suppose.
Do you have anything on your agenda today?
Yeah. You can say that.
I guess I'll go see the doctor if they don't give me anything to do.
Have that bell rung.
And then the usual. See what I can push myself to do as far as exercise goes.
Have the bell rung.
Good morning, students.
Been waiting
Morning.
for
Good morning, Professor.
Everything all right?
Yes.
Yes, I hope your team
Sarvyra?
issues and nothing.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I see.
I cannot too.
Well,
Mr. Yoro.
I guess in the matter of things, if you need to talk to me, I'll definitely be out in the training fields again today. We had a really good spar last time. I think we should have another.
Thanks for letting me know.
Right.
having breakfast now.
Well, enjoy your morning and make sure you're ready for announcements.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, sir.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.
Do you have a weapon that you use?
No.
A one? Not even a dagger or anything?
No, I took one on the sewer mission, but I borrowed it from the training ground, so I didn't necessarily get to keep it. I don't know how to use one anyway.
Oh, I see.
Listen, there's a dangerous animal on.
Well, depends on how you like to fight, I guess.
It didn't sound like it was dangerous
Attacked
until...
Tenebris. We need to take it out.
It sounded
Wait,
like it was
what?
self-defense, though.
What?
From Tenebris
I would say good morning.
You have a lot of medicine on you, or poisons, I'm not sure which it is, but...
It's flowers.
Is is that helpful in a fight?
No, I don't necessarily, but at least not when I'm needed, or when I'm not needed. You know what I meant.
Kind of.
We don't have any.
Well, if you ever need a last resort, you touch your wrist. You got that thing.
Yeah.
Give it a good swing. Should be fine.
I'm not sure how much it hurt anyone, but
You'd be surprised. On the eyes, metal always hurts when it goes fast enough.
It's fine. I would be advised a group of students
See you around.
wandering around the campus looking for
Damn.
a peacock to go slay.
Oh no.
I don't understand.
I was just about to head out.
It might be best to call the bell or something. It seems, well, basically everyone's done the breakfast and they're kind of just milling around and then now they're leaving.
I think the doctor was supposed to do announcements. For the record, if you do see Peacock, don't kill it. That's the headmaster's. She'll be very upset.
I understand.
I guess I'll just wait in the auditorium, like everyone else.
Hang on.
Okay, thank you.
I apologize, Doctor, but I think we're running a little behind on the announcements. I need to be heading out. Is everything all right?
Yes, announcements are actually, I was just going...
Before I do that, thank you.
Will I hear the ship bell, by the way?
You should. He's not had his coffee today.
Take at least a little bit of sleep over none.
It is somehow more empty than it was before.
There was times back in the Tajik that more or less we'd be on the road, we'd try to stop for the night, and then it was more or less too dangerous to stay.
If we can even call them
Pack up and
professors.
leave, and
Apparently none of them even have
all-nighters, as I think they're called.
or experienced teaching.
Those weren't fun.
As you know,
But I try not to more or less have
find
those now.
that
I am used to
Some of the students from
I don't get enough sleep because I need to
Aventus
be
were talking.
wary.
Hey,
And
Hmm.
our stealth
I
tutor
took the liberty
has,
to
told me
actually
himself
go
that
and speak with
he's
him.
only here because he doesn't want to go to work.
Try to
so he can get out of
encourage him a
prison.
bit.
They broke him out.
But, you know,
Not even legally.
well, we are all in separate teams, but in the end, we're all just a big team together, right?
I agree. I really appreciate that.
Just make sure that teachers open up to you guys more.
Zuko. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm holding a scratch.
Did you get glasses?
Good morning.
No.
Again.
Let's go line up. We'll see you all later.
We'll speak after.
Yeah.
Guess Ivan and Grim are sick. I haven't seen them all day. all morning.
You don't notice the frames on your face?
Oh, glasses. I thought you said glasses. Yeah, they kind of broke on the way here on the boat, so I just had to get them fixed by the professor. I just found them now when I transferred rooms.
Hmm.
Should probably.
Is there no staff today?
They're probably around doing other stuff or on their way here.
I hope Abdel's the same.
Abdel's fine. She's just with the professor and Lupe.
Right, thank you.
Oh, well, speak of the devil.
Do I go to the back of the line?
Sorry it's taking so long. I'm just waiting for the rest of the students to come in and hopefully other members of staff to come joining. And then we'll begin with announcements.
I guess Rose is sick again.
I hope Byron's okay.
For you too.
Tenebris, can I have a word with you quickly?
I didn't do it.
It's fine. Just come and talk to me real quick.
It's okay. Don't worry. I didn't get the berries.
Oh, he definitely did something.
What is
This is going to be very amusing. No, apparently there's a peacock
Glad you
wandering
guys are in
around
good
here.
spirits.
Tennis
Yeah.
peacock.
Not to attack the peacock.
Oh, that's where I went to. That's what I went to do with the doctor. I found them when we switched rooms, me and Lefron, but they were broken.
Christopher.
To him.
I don't know you need
He
glasses.
fixed them up for me. I can still see without them. It's just better like this.
I'll begin announcements as soon as they're done back there.
CQ. Okay.
That works too, I guess.
Alrighty then. I assume this is everybody that's coming, so I'll begin with announcements. First things first. If anybody from the unsorted category, if you were scouted by a team and have been offered an extension, please go find and stand with that team now.
Stand in front of me.
Offered or accepted?
Thank you.
Oh.
Either. Is that everybody then?
Jackson's been scouted for Tara. That's okay.
Alright then. Where to? You can go to either Aqua or Lumen.
Actually, if I might interject, I suppose we put Aqua with Lumen and have Cecilia with Terra.
Where about?
That'll do just fine.
Aqua, please stand with Lumen.
Alright. Alright, now that that's
Very
out of the
well.
way, do remember we are still preparing for the arrival of new staff and students soon. So keep that in mind as you go and do your chores. And today we will be doing a hunting gathering thing today. Keep an eye on those pamphlets that were handed out earlier. And there will be 3 teams of 5 going. So that'll be decided a little later. After announcements, students should meet at the gate 20 minutes after the announcements. And the gate should be right down the road and over there. Hard to miss. And does anybody else have anything to add?
Not can I can think of right now. There is one thing. Please do not kill the wildlife unless officially sanctioned. As much as we're in need of rations right now, that's what the foraging trip is for. So please, if you see a animal or something that you're not exactly sure if you engage or not, please ask a teacher before engaging. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Do you have anything else to add?
No, I'll speak to you all at the West Gate about the foraging trip, and I hope to see most of you there. That is all.
All right. Then, as the teams are sorted now, everybody's dismissed to go do their chores.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have a question?
With all due respect, Professor, what are our chores? The
The board is empty.
blank.
I see.
Yeah, it's been kind of ripped.
Right.
Well, then,
Well, I
Gina.
suppose I'll dish them out then. Team Ventus, you're going to check over the armory in the arena. Umbra, you're going to clean the library. Tara, you can sweep the courtyard. Stella, check stocks in preparation for the foraging trip.
Yes, ma'am.
Lumen, and now Aqua as well. You are going to check the area around the dorms, make sure everything is good and tidy over there. And Ignis, you're in charge of sweeping the corridors around the main building. If that's clear, and no one else has anything else to say, you're all dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, me.
Zuko,
Talk to it.
perhaps we talk.
So much for not having anything to
It's
do.
important.
Does this mean I can actually help you guys with the chores?
Yep.
Abby, I sense something's wrong. I'd like to talk.
Not exactly what I'd be looking for. No one really goes around the dorms unless it's either for bed or when they're waking up. I can't go back there. If I can go between Lumen and Aqua. Everything seems fine down at the back. While I'm here, I'm gonna check my room. At least so I can put my belt away. Should I keep it on me? I'll keep it on me. I'm gonna carry the plant with me, though. I believe I put it back in my bag. Everything seems fine over here. I feel wrong checking behind other dorms. As much as I would love to do the foraging trip, I've got too much on my mind right now. Having a hard time paying attention. There's so many thoughts going through my head. Mainly about the team leader stuff. What Byron told me this morning. Pudding Stella. Check behind Ventus. Because there's a flower field back there. I'm sure I could see all the way back into Umbra too. I think they're fine. I should ask Byron if he's going on the foraging trip. I see you up there. I need to talk to you. Byron.
Yeah.
Do you plan on going on the foraging trip?
I know you probably want.
It's not that I want to, it's that I want to make sure where you are. After what you told me this morning. I'm worried about you.
Don't worry about me.
No promises. Just if you do decide to go, please tell me.
I'm sorry, what?
If you do decide to go, tell me, please.
You can go. We'll go.
No. It's not a matter if I want to go. 'Cause honestly, I don't. But if we do go, I'm not sure if they're
You need
requiring full
herbs.
teams.
You need herbs. Don't let me hold you back.
Alright.
It's not like I've done it before. I've tried. I've tried to hold Ivy back. It doesn't mean anything.
Ivy's stubborn. We both know that.
But he's a survivor. He'll make it. You guys don't need my help anymore. I've done enough damage. I'm sure you've heard enough to not trust me ever again after this morning.
It's not necessarily true. I think trust can be rebuilt. It just takes time. It's not something that happens in the blink of an eye.
I've practically killed you multiple times.
I don't care.
What is there to trust anymore? Grim's happy-go-lucky. She doesn't even know how many times Grim's almost died. I've even at least got spunk for it. Ivan was so upset after seeing the Blood Oath. Or not Ivan, Grim, but at least it'll do some good. Keep me honest for now. It's only me. It'll be fine.
I'm probably not going to be able to convince you. But I stand by what I said. But trusting you. That can be rebuilt.
Why would you ever?
Does it matter? We're all here for the same thing.
I hope that as well. I know one fact is that
I've tried to help, but I've
gonna
only...
run in there again.
Even Aki on her deathbed tried to thank me for killing her.
I don't think it's all your fault.
I can't sit here. We'll go. I don't know what I'd do if I sit here the entire time. We'll go. Maybe it'll help. I don't know.
Don't force yourself if you don't want to. Byron. God, I hope you know I'm telling the truth. We're not a team of 5 right now, anyway. Though, not a lot of the teams are right now. It's a bird. There's people already lining up, I think. Aqua's going. I don't want to go, but if they don't have enough people, I will. Not very many people. 15 students, I don't know how long they need to wait, but still not a lot. What do I do? Do I go back to the grove? Do I go back to the spot Byron showed me? As much as I would love to be useful, I don't think I'd be able to retain any of the information right now, especially with everything going on. Must be in a hurry. I have options. Could give Christopher information later. I could not.
I'm good. Jesus Christ, Abby. I'm a little wet though.
Are you okay?
Whatever.
Peacocks don't live
Yeah?
in trees.
The peacock could live there though. It's a bird.
No.
It's too big to fit in those houses.
Abby, I believe I told you that
Oh boy. Hi there.
Perhaps we could talk through the...
Pet.
Actually, no. Everyone's already sorted now, aren't they?
I hope your friend's gonna be okay though.
Sorry, one moment.
even do? What have you cursed me with today? Have you put me through enough yet? Is there something more? Am I missing something? I'm so tired of this. I suppose that's what I came here to do, to make tough decisions. These weren't the decisions I was expecting. Sorry, checking my ping. It's been on and off for a few days. I'm just wandering aimlessly. No breakfast because of the punishment. So that's another thing to add on to that, but that's not.
If you're not interested, you should hurry.
I don't even think it's about me being interested.
Never told me.
Maybe I will consider team captain. Not sure if anyone on my team would choose that. I think they'd all vote for Ivian. I don't seem like a leader, but I'm worried. Both about the team and the school. We barely spend time with each other. At least Team Lumen. I spend more time with members of Team Stella. Isn't that shocking? Granted, sometimes not out of my own free will. Still shocking. Sarvyra and Christopher. I've spent more time with them than my team. Well, at least not all of my team. I spend more time with Byron out of any three of them. Between Grim, Ivian, and Byron. But I think we've only been seen together a handful of times. safe and hot up here. Oh. Alright. Running all the way back down the mountain. Oh god. Go, go, go.
Hello. If you're wondering about the bell,
Temporal flux? I think he's gone. Can I find medical now? Is that something I can do? What do I even do? Spend my time doing what? It's my own fault, but I don't necessarily want to go on the mission. I'm worried about Byron. I don't know if he's going, but it didn't sound like he was going to. Can I see from up here? It's kind of hard to find a spot that I can actually look out and observe because I'm so small. I don't see anyone. So much for running back. I'm pretty sure before he had his, temporal flux, he was gonna tell me that the bell was so that people knew that that was when time was up. Is he still standing there? No, he's not. I'm gonna take the long way. Maybe I should visit the graveyard. See how those three are holding up. I never got to get to know any of them. From what I've heard, they're wonderful people. Well, from the little I've heard. I think I'm going crazy. Must have just been the ambiance. The last time I was here. No, that's not right. I was gonna say it was the first day, but I came here with Sarvyra to visit everyone. Seems their things are still there. That's good. I was honestly expecting some of the students to steal it. But I can give them that credit, at least.
Byron is looking for Sarvyra because they agreed to go. I'm just checking to see if you crashed or not.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, you there?
Sarvyra.
Oh, you're the one, Byron's looking for. He said he wanted to meet you at the main gate, and I think he said he's waiting for that. I'm going there too, if you want to walk there together.
Sure.
I'm going there.
I don't mind. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, of course.
Who are you? I don't think I've ever asked your name.
Oh, it's Avi. Avi Avadan.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Avi.
Of course. Do you like peacocks?
Why?
I don't know. That was just kind of a hot topic as of late. I don't think. Have you ever heard of the rumors?
What rumors?
apparently there's a huge rumor going around that there's I think a gigantic peacock around campus, and I think they said it's the headmaster's or the founder's pet.
That's interesting. That would explain the 3 books I found my first day here about peacocks.
3 books. So there's evidence to this.
I guess so. I'm only assuming.
It's a correlation, that's for sure. Oh, I think that's Byron right there.
Yeah.
There you are.
I found her.
Didn't know what had happened. Thank you, Avi.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
So.
The rest have gotten started. If you wanted to join.
Sure.
If you want to join too, Avi, that's okay. We're just foraging. And I'm sure you can find Sarvyra or Soren.
Yeah, I could... Yeah. So, about that peacock. It's apparently, like, has really big feathers, and I think it lives in the birdhouses in front of the main building.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't even think I've ever seen it come out. If it's come out at all.
Yeah.
Well, I guess since you guys have seen it.
I'm gonna keep trying to climb the tree in the main building to see if there is in there.
Yeah, I saw you do that earlier. I was a little surprised.
What in the world?
Oh, it was kind of cool. I was kind of cool, wasn't I?
I thought you were gonna break your legs.
What is she doing up there?
Alright, now, please come down carefully.
I'm sorry, what, Jack?
I was gonna do the same trick to get down.
I don't know. She didn't take warnings very well.
Yep. Oh god. Whoops, that was a mistake.
Maybe we should be careful of that.
Be careful.
I don't know anything about plants.
No, it's alright.
Well, I guess
I thought I tried to catch her,
I mean,
but then I realized
didn't Balakoza hand out the little
wearing a
pamphlets
skirt.
so you can look at that?
I don't think I got one. Okay.
Well,
Go
maybe you
find
can
someone with a pamphlet.
if you want to stick with others.
Can I have your ear for a moment?
Yeah.
I guess I'll head this. I don't know, that way. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, do you know how far we're allowed to go?
I mean,
I gotta admit, that was pretty cool.
they said as long as we don't run into any animals, we can do whatever we want to forage. And if we find anything we want to hunt, we have to tell them first.
Right.
Which hopefully does not happen today.
Third.
You guys find anything over there?
I
No
just
sign of
got
the peacock.
started.
What?
No sign of the peacock at all.
We
No,
just got
not-
here.
Alright, well, we're looking for herbs, berries, stuff that are edible in the pamphlet. Just start looking around, looking through bushes and whatnot.
Has anyone found anything lately?
Yeah, Tiana found something.
Oh, cool.
The one pamphlet said the one berry is like inside the bushes.
Yeah. I remember reading about the carrots, but
The carrots? What do they look like?
they're red. I said they were by flowers.
If I hold you up on top of this hill, do you think you'd be able to spot anything?
Well, seeing how far it all goes, I don't think so, but honestly, I'd just rather you not pick me up. Oh. I'm sorry, Abby.
It's okay. I'm still gonna think about it though.
Earlier over there, Avi.
Huh, he's with Isaac. That's new.
Turning around.
I'm gonna look around over there.
Good luck.
Oh, spiky leaves. Were the carrots.
Yeah.
I doubt there would be anything over here, but...
Avi went off in a different direction. Just letting you know ahead of time since he was with us for a moment.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
Spiky green leaves. Berry bushes. Spiky green leaves. Berry bushes. It's huge over here.
It is. It's really different being outside of the walls and the barrier. So close to the barrier.
We're not even outside of the barrier yet.
Mm.
Berry bushes and spiky leaves. Berry bushes, spiky leaves. Berry bushes, spiky leaves. Is it just me, or is there nothing to forage inside the barrier?
I mean, someone said they found something, so it had to have been inside. We're not allowed out.
I don't know. I assume we could ask. This is like all of it over here.
I mean, we could check in the other direction.
I suppose. Isaac? Did they say whether we were allowed outside the barrier?
At the moment, we are told no. Stay inside the barrier.
Thank you.
Miss Bellicosa said we might be going farther than that. There seems to be
Okay.
slim picking so far.
Yeah. We've pretty much been through all of here and haven't found anything.
Please go report back.
I took the berries and at the gate. Belcosa said we were taking it to the gate, so
Alright.
we don't want to carry it.
Do not see much else. There's a bush.
Teammates, we're having a meeting. If you would, we're convening over there.
Thank you.
Got your hair color.
My hair color and my eyes.
Yeah.
It's nice to be this close to the barrier.
I think this is a flower I'll take.
I think I was asleep when we passed
For
it.
Bramble. She's gotta pick the flower. And put in her hair.
Oh.
Reminds me of the flower.
It's gonna take half your noggin.
If any of you collected anything so far, please leave it near the gate as we're going to traverse further.
Alright. Yes, ma'am.
Just wait for everyone to gather up.
I found mushrooms on the way back.
Ooh.
Anyone know where Tiana went?
Actually,
no.
no.
She's on her way.
Back there.
She's with Mr. Takia.
Ah, she went far.
I see.
Yeah, she's with Mr. Takuya.
Oh, got it.
You alright, Abdel? You seem tired.
Abby?
Alright.
Are you
Alright,
okay?
do you mind gathering with the rest of the students so I don't have to keep
It's
turning?
nothing
to talk
serious.
to you all? Alright,
So
so
she has a
it seems as
flower.
though we're going to have to traverse a little bit further. There aren't as much things to forage around here as we were expecting. The barrier has been prepared for us to traverse through it, so have no worries. If you have
Okay,
anything
that's
you've
it.
collected so far that you wish to not carry any further, leave it by the gate or leave it here. Just remember that you've got to come back and collect it. Just wait for the other professor before we go. But again, the rules are the same. If you see anything worth hunting, please come to a professor about it. And also, roleplay cards down for a little bit. If you find a DM card, that's something off one of the lists that Lupe gave to you during the week. And so the other things, there won't be models for. So you just kind of got to roleplay it and have a bit of fun with that. Alright? And the roleplay cards back up.
You're gonna be Humming Jay.
Alright, please listen now.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Right, and with that all being said, we're now going to go a little bit deeper. Try and stay with students, don't wander off by yourself. And for now, I'm going to ask if we stick together, this group, try and stick together as closely as you can, and this group, try and stick together as closely as you can. Alright, onwards.
Remember, the rules of engagement and acknowledgement still apply.
Alright,
Yes,
Humming
sir.
Jay, I have to go.
I suppose we should leave these mushrooms by the gate.
Bye, Jay.
Animals.
Onward and upward.
Further. Don't wander off. Stay in this
We'll
little
wait for him to
group
come
over
back.
here. Simple.
But
I
can't see that well. Looks like that.
Zuko.
Looks like that group.
Everything
is going
alright?
that way.
Oh, yeah.
Don't follow it.
Yeah,
Talk to the,
head around
talk
to
to
the
the
right
teachers
side.
first.
Yeah, I saw your training. You've improved quite a lot. I'm looking forward to seeing your training improve.
Tao.
I was just gonna check the first couple bushes right here.
Stay behind.
Actually, I'll be right back.
I was just gonna try to check the first couple bushes here.
Did you Did you just have to go and do something really important before you leave and took a lot longer than expected? Lafron.
Yes.
With us.
Wait, where?
You're with us.
Yeah. Oh, apologies.
Sorry. Okay.
No,
Well,
it's okay, don't
That's
worry
good to
about
see you. I found a total of 2 eggs so far.
Oh, that's awesome.
Alright. Stick together and have a good look around. The amount of space you have to look has just gotten substantially bigger.
I was gonna do the fun walk though, or whatever.
Did you say anything?
You get the character moment.
No.
Alright. That's a little tall.
You didn't want to just leave that at the gate? What you got there? They allowed us to leave them at the gate.
Well, at least you can get to see what you could see from the heights.
Yeah.
The view of the mountains. You get to see it up close now.
That looks familiar.
Oh, what's that? Careful.
No, it's fine.
Nice.
Right, I'll
Want to
just...
take that back, I guess?
I can carry it for now. I don't want to leave the group.
Okay.
But, at least we found something.
The bird is there again.
Trying to disturb it whilst it's there is a bad plan.
Disturb what? Oh, the bird?
Okay. I'll
I'm gonna check over here on the left.
Alright.
Alright.
Excellent find, though. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
What'd you get?
I think it's one of the carrots.
Oh, wild carrot?
Mhm.
Hmm. I heard they're sweeter than normal ones. Or farmed ones.
Yeah, that's what I was reading.
I found blackberries, but I don't, I forgot how to tell if they're rotten. He pulls a little sack out and, like, shows you one.
Mm. Usually if they're rotten, they're probably not gonna... They're... How do I explain? It's almost like they would...
Dry?
Huh?
Or wet? Should they be dry or wet?
I think they should be... wet? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if it said anything about that on the pamphlet. I didn't get one. I've been kind of
Okay.
reading off of others.
I don't think they did.
Mm.
Sounds like they're looking for specific herbs to help with something. Or food.
Sarvyra, there's another plant over there that looks down and low. It doesn't look... It's a darker leaf. What is that?
I don't see it. Where?
That plant over there with the darker leaves. What is that?
Over here?
Yeah, what is that?
I'll be
Are
honest.
we allowed to touch it?
I mean, I've touched one before. This is the plant I picked for Sund. I think it's fine.
Oh.
I mean, I'm fine.
Okay. I don't see it on the list, but it's got a wonderful flower.
Mhm.
More bushes. Try heading over there to where the more trees are on the left.
Alright.
I've seen nothing in these fields so far.
Yeah, I can only bet if we go that way we'll find nothing either, since the other half of the students are patrolling that area.
That's true. Why is he climbing the tree?
Who?
One of Ignis was climbing that tree. Right by Avi.
You think maybe there was a bird's nest?
I don't know. Let's go look.
Don't worry, you can catch him. Actually, look, over there.
What are you doing?
What?
There's him. There's something there. I think Avi's chasing after it.
Oh no.
What is he doing up in the tree?
Probably looking for bird eggs or berries or something.
Bird eggs? You can find bird eggs in the trees?
Apparently. There was some before the barrier.
Oh. I missed that.
Are you stuck up there?
Well, now we know.
You don't know if you're stuck?
Miguel, do me a favor, just in case.
I think this could go badly. What do you think?
I sure hope not.
Let's stick around here for a brief moment, shall we? Let's check the bushes over there. I like my feet on the ground better.
Afraid of heights, are you?
They're not my favorite.
Only joking.
Well, he got a bunny.
Guys, also, LaFawn's stuck in the tree.
Oh.
LaFawn stuck in the tree?
He's stuck in the tree.
Alright then.
Okay,
One,
how
two,
did you
three.
get up and how did you get him up there?
I feel like the farther we move, the colder it gets.
It looks like we're going up. So what other flora and fauna do you know about?
Not a lot.
You know, knowing all the medical plants and things. I don't know.
Oh, I'm far from knowing all of them, but only the ones around campus. And even then, the ones I've read about, There's only been 2 that have actually been on the campus. Everything else is from other places.
Oh. No berries. Why are there no berries?
Maybe someone picked them all already.
I mean, we got wonderful flowers and bushes and whatever that is over there, but like... What? What?
This might be something. It's sticking out of the ground again.
What plant is it? I don't... Maybe... It's a carrot? Oh, that's the spiky leaf one. Did I miss it?
You might.
Okay.
At least I think it's a carrot. It looks like a carrot. But it could be the other plant.
I don't think anything broke off.
Oh, it doesn't look like it.
I don't think it broke apart.
All I know is that there's 2 red ones, but one doesn't grow in the ground, I don't think. That one was in the ground.
You find another one yet again.
I've just been following
Well,
the pamphlet.
we got 2 over here, so that probably means a lot of people haven't been through here.
Well, together we have 4 hands.
I guess. Actually, I think Bellicosa's right over there. Why don't we just hand these to her? And then we don't have to walk all the way back.
Alright.
Maybe she'll take them.
Probably just ask if there's a place we can put them for now.
Professor. 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 Or not.
We can catch up another time, maybe.
I guess we should. Let's make the hike anyway.
Shouldn't we stay with the rest of
We're
the
out here
group?
for.
Or...
I mean. Yeah, you're right.
I just don't want us to get in trouble.
Like what I said?
Huh?
I don't think you heard me. Kai, was it?
Huh? Yeah.
Behind you.
What's up?
You were looking for her?
Oh, nah. Just was wondering where they went off to, that's all.
Sorry, what?
Nothing, don't worry about it.
Am I supposed to report when I see strange wildlife?
I think the professor said so, yes. Why? What did you see? You heard that too, right?
No, I think I missed it.
Ty. Ty.
What?
And I quote, "Was I supposed to report strange wildlife when I saw it? Nah, never mind. Runs in direction of somewhere over there."
Who said that?
Tiana.
What did they see? Was it a bird?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Well, there's been some birds flying around, and I did see one flying. I think they were talking about the bird, which isn't strange. It's just a bird.
Well, then why would she say strange wildlife?
I don't know. That's their business. It really isn't yours.
I'm not saying that it'll arc and bow, but at the very least, it's difficult to climb. So the leaves will act like an umbrella, so...
I warned him the other day. Sounds like he hasn't listened.
Yeah, well, I presume most of the students are like that. Everyone's stubborn.
Why do I even bother anymore?
Well, if something goes wrong, it's their fault for not listening, not yours.
It's getting colder.
Was it this cold last time you went?
Oh, much colder.
Really?
Snow was on the ground everywhere. You had to trudge through it.
Oh.
Some of the paths were not full all the way up, but getting towards the top certainly was. I can't see any of the other students anymore. Maybe we should head right and then swing back.
Alright. That's fine.
So many bushes.
Yeah.
So little berries.
I'm a little surprised we haven't found any over here. Unless some of the other students had already taken some. That would make sense, but even then.
I don't know. Maybe the animals are as hungry as we are.
Well, I'm sure they are.
I mean, it would make sense. Some of the rats even thought to scavenge us.
Yeah.
There's another bird. Blackbird swooping through.
Might be the same one. Who knows?
There were a few early. Oh, look, the tree have just changed a little bit.
Does this area go a good amount further?
I don't know. We just kind of got here.
Yeah.
We started about over there, but equal distance out, and have just kind of started sweeping this way. We haven't gone down the slope yet.
I guess we'll head that direction and double check.
Let's go back and drop what we have.
Alright.
Others are heading that way now. Since they're heading that way, maybe we'll head up the other way when we come back.
Alright. Should we go to the professor or
what
to
was
the
that?
gate? Huh?
We might as well go to the gate unless we see the professor. I thought I saw a squirrel run by. Come to think of it, I think the gate's that way, right?
Yeah, I think so. Since the snow is going around the corner that way.
Oh, I see part of the building. I guess it's a library? Looks like it.
Yeah, I can very faintly see the barrier.
Ah, yes, there's the barrier. Ah, open area. Not so dense and dark.
There's a rabbit.
Oh. Bunny. Oh, we're over on this side of the gate again.
Hmm.
We really must have come around.
We did. Sorry.
Just a second. I'm gonna get a bird's eye view over here.
Alright, let's, Hey, Doctor.
Hello.
Found a rabbit.
Nice.
Very good.
Alright.
Right here.
I guess you might as well lead on. See where the mountain takes us.
What was it? We didn't go that way, past the barrier. We went that way.
We went straight, but then we hooked right. So if we go straight, we can hook left.
Alright.
Once we get to the snow.
Sounds like a plan. Sorry, headache.
No trouble. No trouble. I hope. Imagine if Kiki was to be out here helping us collect birds' eggs.
Oh boy.
I got enough of a death stare when she watched me eat fried eggs one morning accidentally.
That poor girl. Let's just be glad she's not here to see what we're doing then.
Well, I'm sure she'll be happy enough for the carrots.
I hope so.
And those are two different types of furs. Right? Am I mad? That one and that one there.
They look a little different.
Crow has been following us for a while.
Yeah.
Watch it be a friend of ours this whole time.
Be a little strange.
Is that falling leaves over there? Or is it snowing? Do you see?
Yeah, I do see it.
That's weird. So temperate. Oh, it gets colder as you go up over here. I see.
It is snow.
Fascinating. Well, it would be if there was more things to forage over here.
I know.
I don't know.
Tao went
Doesn't
up here
feel
with
like I'll
someone
find
else.
anything more. Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like we'll find much more over here. Maybe go right and around to where others might be?
Probably.
Or other bushes?
Yeah, I
All we have
assume.
are these brambles.
I assume if they've been up here, they've already scouted everything.
Hmm.
Still following. Alright.
Oh, I guess it must be time to head back.
Guess so.
Well, if nothing else, we gotta work out.
Oh, it's nice being outside of the barrier for once.
It's almost like a fire pit, but in reverse.
Huh?
It's almost like being by fireside, but in reverse.
It is snowing.
I'm curious. You know how that end that still has a bunch of area inside the zone?
Yeah.
You want to see if there's a way to get to the other side of the docks while still being inside the barrier? While we head back?
I don't think it's a good idea, but I won't stop you.
That's not what I asked. Another butterfly. Making better use of its time out here than inside the campus.
Yeah.
Oh look, there's Sarvyra over there.
Huh?
We best not go that way. The stealth professor's over there.
Right. I saw Sarvyra and him talking earlier.
Oh, that's why. Christopher's there.
I'm just gonna go away from that.
And before the foraging, Stealth Professor had a special chat away from the group with, what was it, Abdel. He needed to have a special chat with Abdel.
Mm.
Don't know what that means, but I don't think it'll be good.
Okay.
Isaac?
Do we know if I'm eating back in the mess hall or here?
No clue, but I saw Sorler and Christopher talking with the one professor over there.
Alright, thank you.
Just over the hill. Food sound good?
It does.
I could go for a mess on my plate.
I'm gonna wait for the others to return, but yeah, after that I'll probably head to the auditorium.
Alright. Head up then?
Hmm?
If you're gonna wait, you wanna head up?
No, I'm not gonna go up.
I mean, if Christopher walks by, you can just watch over him rather than say hi to him.
He's with Sarvyra.
Okay. I'll grab a drink and I'll be back to find you, I guess. I don't know.
Hello, Sarvyra.
Was that the bell to go into the auditorium, or
Isaac just asked the same thing.
Sounded like it.
to go in the auditorium?
I mean,
I have no clue.
they did take all of the food, I guess. I guess it wouldn't hurt to check.
Professor Takuya said there's going to be people probably in the main hall. If there's not a lot here.
Excellent.
Right.
Alright.
I can already feel my voice running down. I don't really drink water when I play Sarvyra because that's really just how I get into her voice at the end of the day. It just doesn't happen right away, unfortunately. Anyway. That's Jackson.
Ah, Jack.
Hello. Saw a girl and what's his name? They were about to come looking for you guys.
Who?
Ellis, I think.
Ah.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, we're heading to the main hall.
Excuse us.
What happened to Alice?
Nothing, she's fine. I'm sure.
Ah, there the rest of them are.
So sorry. I keep looking at my hand. I want to make sure I'm not going to crash or anything. Ping jumps to 5,000 sometimes, it's not good.
was a lot of walking.
Yeah. I think it was worth it. Despite not wanting to go at first.
Did they just change the chores again?
Did they?
They probably put that up for tomorrow.
Oh, for tomorrow.
I assume everyone did the chores.
Yeah, because I'm confused. That definitely wasn't.
Whenever you get a moment alone.
Sure.
You're being tracked like a dog.
I know.
Where did Isaac go? Oh, okay.
If I put them, I could put them on here.
They'll see eggs if they're gonna move a barrel. It's fine. Graphs would help too.
I'm gonna grab some water. I need it.
Alright.
Oh, Isaac. You made it back.
Yes.
Did you find anything out there?
Yeah, we found a bunch of carrots.
Oh, right, the carrots.
Me and Alice.
Good job.
In charge of the storehouse.
Are you feeling any
just
better?
Place them over on that barrel.
I feel tired, but not scratchy anymore, so whatever he...
Do you know where they clean the
It's
rest
like a
of
tea or something that he gave me.
glasses?
Good to hear.
It's nice.
Did they move them in the storage room, or?
Alice and I put them in the disposal to be washed.
Okay.
You were late, so I've already given the other students my address. Anything that you've brought from the foraging should be given to storage. Tenebris will delightfully help you. I was going to say well done for a successful trip, and rest now. It's been a long day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, ma'am.
We left a couple items at the gate as you instructed earlier, so they should... I didn't see them there, so I assume they made their way in.
Yes, they're all back now. Alright.
Let's see if I can hand wash a couple of these mugs.
It was good to get some fresh
Where
air.
are they?
Was. Grounds outside the school are quite beautiful.
And they might clean the birds as well.
They seemed weirdly aggressive at one point.
Was I?
There is one glass of water over there if you want it.
Just a little bit.
It's okay, I'm probably gonna make tea at the dorm.
They almost looked like
Oh, I need to get another
with Christopher at one point.
I need to ask for real tea.
He was worried. The whole forest around him was silent. Birds just stared at it.
Oh, well.
Well, I was
wondering if you wanted to go to the grove to get more yarrow.
on them.
Sure. I would like that.
To attack the birds.
I didn't attack birds. No.
Just in case he overheard, we're not going to the grove.
I'll follow you.
Wrong one. This one, I think. back here should be fine. I just didn't want him to suddenly show up at the grove in case he heard.
Sure. You mind if I sit?
I don't care. In fact, I'm probably gonna do the same, walking all that time. Certainly put strain on my legs.
Actually, I'm going to.
You've definitely sat right there.
Yep, so that no one can sneak behind it. Sorry.
That's okay.
I don't even know where to begin. First, I'd like to apologize. Not because I am untrustworthy, but because I am a bad liar. And
I'm sorry. What do you mean?
It's been a day, to say the least. And I let my emotions get the best of me. And I may have said things that I had wished would have come out more tastefully. I had a plan. I was going to talk to Christopher about a lot of things. And some of those things included you. And depending on his answer, I would have gone a different route, but things got messy, and I got emotional, and it's my fault, but I guess I'll jump to the point and let you do what you want with this information. Said shield down. Christopher knows what Byron's been up to. He, however, is also aware of our conversation in the tower.
He knows that you were there?
But I was as... He does. But I made it as clear as I possibly could that you did not give us information willingly, and that it's not your fault. In fact, I know he's your teammate, but I trust him less than I trust my own.
No, that's understandable.
After what I saw, and the things that he says. The professors are aware of his actions in the tower.
I know. We had a talk with Bellicosa this morning.
With him pulling a weapon. Did you tell her?
Byron did.
That he pulled a shield?
He didn't say exactly that, but I think she got the point.
What did he say? Why?
He said a lot of things. I think he feels guilty. He's taking all the blame on himself.
He should.
Not just for that, though.
After what I heard.
I think what inspired him to do it in the first place was that he was feeling bad about what happened during the hunt. and it kind of led into the tower. At least from what I remember.
So it doesn't matter what I've told the professors.
What did you tell them specifically? He could have missed a beat.
I told them that he's been spreading rumors and making threats against Christopher, and that he pulled a weapon on you. I didn't sugarcoat it. I didn't hide anything. I was just honest and angry.
Who exactly did you tell? Did you tell all of
The
them?
worst possible person I could have told. I told Takuya. In front of Christopher. And he is also now aware that Christopher's been making his own threat.
Did anything happen with that? Do you know?
I'll be honest, I walked away before I could find out, but I guess they're going to have a talk. Not that I trust that. I just... going to be ridiculous. But... up in the tower, I had already been told that Soren was leaving. And I am afraid of what I would have done if anything had happened to you as well. That's all I've thought about. And I didn't know how to help. But I knew that Byron wasn't the good guy at the moment. Christopher wasn't either. And I don't know who I can trust. I don't know what's going to happen. And I apologize if I've put you in any more danger than you already are in.
That's not your fault.
Feels like my fault. But I still mean what I've said. I won't let anyone hurt you. Not if I'm around. But you might need a stealthier friend than me.
None of my friends are very stealthy, don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
Must have been the barrier. Going through it for the first time.
Went through it a few times.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to do with that information.
Well.
But I guess I'm just sorry.
Please don't be. I've gotten enough apologies today.
I can imagine if what you're saying is true.
I don't know if this should be kept secret or not. With my talk with Bellicosa, after Byron had left, she stopped me before I could leave, and she told me that if Byron couldn't take up leader anymore, then I should seriously consider. I would have voted for her.
Why?
Huh? What?
are you going to consider?
I have been. I would vote for Ivian, but with what he's been up to recently, I don't think I can trust his word either.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong, he's a friend, but he runs away from everything.
I don't suppose anyone has seen the professor, have you? Sorry to say.
I've not seen anyone.
Has anyone left? Just the gate
No.
here.
I've only seen people come in.
Alright. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm not gonna lie, she scares the crap out of me.
How long was she there?
Not long.
Okay.
Doesn't seem like the type to sneak up on people.
Yeah.
Well, and stay quiet about it. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
So not Ivian.
Not Ivian. And Grim is... Grim. They're a troublemaker. Actually, thinking about it, I don't think I've ever seen them do anything wrong. They're just... sporadic.
I've seen them sneaking about. Talking back to Professor. I wonder if they would let you choose them for team captain, even if you wanted them.
I'm not sure they would.
Did I just see Avi go through the gate? Hold on. Oh.
Is someone up there with him?
No. Seemed to be letting someone in.
Hello again.
You seem tired. Oh, are you
I knew
alright?
you guys were back.
You saw us coming.
Ellison. I know.
Ellis
and Krista were. Right.
Me.
All of you came back last second. And then we're following
did she say where
birds.
she'd be?
I'm sure they'll be back. There's no reason to waste more people going out there. I have a professor with them too.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I'm fine. But are you okay, Sarvyra?
I suppose.
Good.
Are you ready to tend to rabbit poop?
Let's sound really tired right now. Have any of you seen Isaac?
Last I saw him, he was in the auditorium.
Right.
What?
The auditorium.
Auditorium. Okay, so he's here.
Is there
Everyone's
anyone else
accounted
out
for.
there?
I think you guys are the only ones we were looking for.
Is that why you were? Where are they going?
Ellis was looking for a team still out.
3 just ran back out.
Huh?
You guys had good cover around you over here, so
Yeah.
maybe they can't find you.
Yeah,
What
we
were
were
you guys doing anyway?
just talking. Haven't gotten to today.
I haven't gotten too much myself.
Everyone's been a little busy.
You got any water on you?
Said earlier he might want to do a spar today. That was a while back. Catch your breath.
Well, Isaac was in the stockroom
We know about
Alice
Isaac.
apparently was brought back in, and
We know about
Christopher.
Alice.
He was indoors last time I saw him. We were all within the gate. Unless someone
Everyone
went out
should be
again.
here. If they're not, then they've been informed that everyone should be here.
Because I heard that Takuya was
There's a
looking for
couple.
them as they seem to be outside.
What?
Yeah. Why exactly were you two outside?
We were looking for Team Stella.
They're right. They're here. Because they couldn't find you. They got worried.
Had a bunch of
And then I
them
got worried.
watched
And
them run in.
Takuya saw us come in.
A few of them.
Nobody went into the auditorium.
That would have been nice to know. Yes.
I was
What did you use the teleporter or something?
himself.
taken to the graveyard.
Me? No, all of you. How did you miss these people walking
Bellicosa
on the
saw us
path?
too.
I was heading to the rabbits.
She looked right at us. We were all accounted for.
You could.
We weren't
Unspoken.
nothing.
So you're going to
You are strange.
right now? Yeah, she wanted me to take
It would have been fine anyway.
I'm getting water.
If you need anything.
Listen, I'm just glad you guys are okay.
The front's slipping, and Abdel is
I know.
somewhere around. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
No. I guess I jumped to conclusion. Alice just told me she couldn't find you guys, and I got a little worried, and then I got more worried the more I couldn't find you guys. And
But you spoke to Alice within the gates, right?
yeah,
And she's still within the gates, right?
yeah.
Okay, then we're fine. We're accounted for. She did get separated from us, but we saw that she was with... her name escapes me. That one.
Liva?
Yes. That one.
Any news on Krista?
Call me.
I've not seen her.
Is that who we're looking for?
Well, Zuko, Eleonora, and I all want to speak with her, but we can't find her, and no one else has found her. The last place she was seen was by the gates, and
Think she's still out there?
I hope not. I checked
I mean,
Teledorm.
I could go.
We could inform the professor first. They could ring the bell. They could do a head count. If she doesn't show up, then we go
I
look
could
for
do a quick run.
So,
Just
do
gonna-
you know what the professors are?
No.
Avi, please don't.
You okay? Do you need to?
Oh. I think I'm all drained out.
Take it easy.
How can I take it easy when there's a missing student around?
Maybe. There's a slim possibility that. There's a possibility that she might actually not be missing. She just might be in the library somewhere, and no one's been in the library yet.
I checked the
I'll find
observatory.
you, Professor. Try not
Please
to
do.
go beyond the gates, please.
It's getting late now, so I wouldn't want to. Avi?
Yeah.
Did you check?
I checked the observatory. I've checked.
I didn't even get to ask her opinion on if I should talk to Christopher or not. Worried what he's gonna do. Professors know, but Takuya knows too. From what I've heard, he's part of the problem.
Yeah, we probably should.
What do I do?
I think it's here. Miss Belcosa,
Yes? There's worry of a missing student. No one can find Krista.
Krista. What team is she supposed to be with?
I believe she was with... Oh goodness. Not sure.
I think it was Aqua and Lumen, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right, Zuku, hold on.
Yes.
You're going to join these two in a search.
I'm guessing for the remaining team members.
No, Krista in particular. She had an encounter with Eleanor that's made me a little bit worried for her missing. So, you three, have a scout around, see if you can find her. I'm going to check the dorms and check with Lumen and Aqua. Report to me if you find
Yes, ma'am.
anything.
Yes, ma'am.
I guess the main building is a good place to start.
I was just there. That didn't seem to see anyone, but that could have just been me not looking.
Maybe. Lots of crannies. If you would like to take a different teleporter and then meet back in the courtyard, maybe we can cover more ground.
I can go and check by the waterfall. There's a chance that a lot of people tend to go there when they don't feel well.
Alright. And what
I'll
about
go
you?
there quick.
Belcosa said she was going to the dorms. I can probably go check by the training grounds, but I have one more. Never mind. I'll ask after. Courtyard, right?
I'll find you. Yes, courtyard.
Krista. 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 Krista.
Krista?
Sorry, people have been looking for you.
We worried about you.
What do you mean?
We couldn't find you.
Oh, I was outside the barrier.
But why?
We went to go look for the missing students and then got told that they were back.
Oh. Oh, you're out looking for them.
Sarvyra. Can you hold for a moment?
Yeah.
Can I speak with you in private?
I need to let Belcosa know that we found Krista, and then I can... If that's okay.
Yes, definitely. Before you go to bed tonight, at least try to meet up with me. I'd like to talk to you about current events.
Pink. Belcosa. Miss Bellicosa.
Anyone from Terra here? God damn it.
We found her.
Any sign of her? Where was she?
She said she was outside the barrier looking for the missing students, but she was inside when we found her.
There are no missing students. Alright, well, at least that's solved. Thank you.
Of course.
Professor, I saw Krista on the way back to the dorms by the trail.
I don't feel good about this. We found her, and I've already informed
Okay,
Bellicosa.
yeah, she was. Alright.
Thank you.
We were looking for Chris.
I need to find,
Hey, could you...
Come with me real quick. I'm not even sure if this question is...
not Jesus. Sorry.
I'm not even sure if this question is relevant anymore. I actually planned to talk to Christopher. And I wanted your opinion on whether or not I should do it. Just based off of your conversation alone. My hope is if I give him what he was looking for, he'll leave us alone.
I don't see why he wouldn't, but I have a selfish request. I'd like to be with you when you do.
I can do that. He knows that you know anyway, but the thing throwing me off now is that... No. Professor Takuya wants to talk to me. Which...
Could be what I said to him. About Christopher. Mildly off topic, has the red girl from Ignis, has she spoken to you at all?
We spoke earlier today, but it was just when we were foraging. I haven't said much to her, though.
Nothing to be worried about?
No?
Right. Just being nosy, I guess.
No, that's...
Did you want to find both of them now?
I think I'd
Or
rather
one?
talk to Takuya first, and then if I can catch Christopher after hearing what he has to say. It just depends on what the professor says.
Sure.
But I have no idea where he would be. And he didn't give me a spot I could meet up with him in.
I saw him go that way, but he could have gone all the way around the campus by now.
Any luck?
They found her.
Oh, okay.
We're going as a count.
Nice. Where was she?
That would be a better question for Sarvyra.
Where was she?
She said she was outside of the barrier looking for the rest of the students. We found her over there.
Oh my goodness. It was just a wild goose chase.
Mm.
As long as it's all good.
How are you holding? Other than your knees.
I'll catch you another time.
Maybe by the midway. Where are you?
What is your quest? Sorry. Just curious.
Are you supposed to
Because
be
if you're looking for
invisible?
CQ, I think he's at spawn.
Are you supposed to
I
be
just want to save
invisible?
you time, that's all. I see. Sorry, I'm not trying to break any rules.
No, it's okay. I was just curious. I wasn't sure. Yeah, you're not really supposed to be invisible. I'm not looking for Seiki, though.
Okay.
Am I interrupting? I just have a quick question.
Yes.
Have either of you seen the Stealth Professor?
We just had two people come and ask us the same question. Okay.
Here's what you need to
I have
do.
not.
Don't bother running around. Just wander and call for him because he's probably invisible somewhere.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Your best bet is to be around people because he's probably snooping on people's conversations, which you tend to do.
Thank you, anyway. Hi, Byron.
Hello.
Everything alright?
I don't know. I'm just walking.
Gotcha.
I got nothing better to do.
Listen,
I was gonna go up and see the view.
it's after effects as much as possible.
Professor.
run into anything dangerous.
Have you seen the professor?
Yeah, I didn't run into anything.
That's a lot of questions being thrown around right now. First,
Is there
there's
suddenly a bunch of
Stella.
people going missing now?
Now it's Krista, now it's professors.
Are you kidding me?
Fucking another, I swear.
I know Team Ventus was looking for Kai as well. I heard waterfall, but I don't know if they found him.
Yes?
I haven't
Oh,
seen any
yeah,
of them.
okay. Sorry.
Probably not anytime soon.
Everything alright?
Um,
Anything you're trying to tell me?
Hello?
have you seen the stealth professor around?
Professor Kai?
Yeah.
I'm also looking for him.
For now.
Quiet.
Oh. Everyone is looking for him then.
Really not enough. Well, he's doing his job then, I guess, if we can't find him.
Oh boy.
Aggressive.
Aggressive. What makes you sure that they're still?
No, that's not him. Where are you? Hmm. So much for that. guess I'll talk to him tomorrow.